Down in Perth, for some reason, a Brit and American have come down here. And the reason is Elimination Chamber, Seth. Man, we're going to figure out your WrestleMania plans tomorrow. Is it fair to say we thought maybe CM Punk was going to be them plans once upon a time?
I think CM Punk thought CM Punk was going to be those plans once upon a time. As you may have seen during our brief interaction, I never thought that was going to happen. I'll give him a little bit of credit. He gave the old college try, but fragile body, fell apart. And so we'll see if he can, stitch himself back together and make another go at it. Who knows?
What do you make of him being more active, like now that he's back in WWE? He's at the Performance Center. He's trying to, he's like a mini Shawn Michaels these days, right?
He fancies himself maybe in that regard. Look, he's got a lot of bridges to rebuild, and clearly he is aware of that, and clearly he is making an effort to rebuild those bridges. Now, whether he'll burn them all to the ground again, who knows? But he's kind of on his own track.
That's it. And you proudly hold the belt over your shoulder that you've been bringing to prominence for this past year or so now. How much does it irk you a little bit in these press conferences when Roman talks down to that title, or it's seen as less than when you've been putting in that stellar work?
Well, I just see it as a bit of insecurity. That's all. So it doesn't irk me so much as to me it's a sign of he knows I'm telling the truth, and it bothers him, and he lets it get under his skin, even though he tries to pretend like it doesn't. And so it's fun. It's fun to watch that come out of him. I've known him for a very long time. I know how he operates, and to me, when he lashes out in ways like that, it's because he knows the truth and he can't admit it.
And I heard you speaking about then The Rock has a lot to say about you these days. I bet once upon a time, you'd have been thinking, wow, that's cool. Not so much cool right now, though, is it? The way it's happening, the way it's going down.
I mean, look, I'm not 14 years old anymore. I'm 38 years old. I'm a full-grown man. I'm the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And so, yeah, he's going to open his mouth. He's going to run his mouth. He's going to say the same crap he's been saying for the last 2 decades because he can't come up with any new material. But the bottom line is, and I've said it before, he's an afterthought. This is our story. It's our era. We built the last decade of WWE, this Elimination Chamber show, WrestleMania, the biggest ever. We built it without him. He's been gone doing his own thing, and I'm not taking nothing away from him. He laid the groundwork for it, but we built it, man. We built the walls. We built the roof. We've got this thing sorted. So he can come in and he can have a little tea, but we're going to shoo him on the way out. So happy to have him, happier to see him go.
Many people, myself included, would consider you one of the most elite, best workers in the world today. Could The Rock go with you today?
Look, he's a specimen. He is a specimen, but he hasn't had a match in a decade. John Cena, 2 times at WrestleMania. Had a couple of stuff, little tag matches and some appearances here and there. But look, I'm on a different level right now. I am in my prime. I am operating at a level so high above any level he's ever operated at. He could not lace my boots in the best years of his career, let alone right now. Just saying. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's been said. Lastly, your knee. Okay, it's always Mania season when you get me worried, Seth. Why is this?
You and me both, man. I go hard. I go hard year round, and then this is what happens. You play the lotto enough times, you're gonna win, and this is the opposite of that. So I put myself out there. I'm not afraid to take risks. I get out there. I have matches on Raw. I have these live event matches, and if accidents are bound to happen. Fortunately for you and for me, this one's not too serious. I've been able to be at Raw every single week since the injury, and I'm very, very close to making a full return.
Yes, to be clear, the winner of the Elimination Chamber tomorrow will face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. A couple of quick ones just to do for social before we go.
Yes, sir.
Who would you say is your favourite sports star that is not in WWE?
Ooh, wow, great question. I love sports, so
it's got to be a football
man.
star.
Well, so I love football. I'm a Bears guy.
Well, you love hate.
It's a thin line. It's a thin line. Right now, my heart's with Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears, but I think my favorite athlete is actually LeBron. Yeah, dude, I just love LeBron, man. That greatness on that level is special. Special, dude. I think we don't appreciate it enough what he's been able to do in our generation. Very special athlete, one of a kind.
Biggest monster you've seen in the gym for WWE?
Biggest monster?
Yeah, who's a monster in the gym?
Oh man, who's a savage? I mean, Big E's the strongest human being I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
No question. I mean, that's a man that I've watched bench press over 700 pounds. So That's crazy. Sorry, 500 pounds. Sorry, Big E. I want to get your numbers right.
I was like, whoa.
Squat over 700 pounds.
Yeah.
Watch him deadlift over 800 pounds. Like, this guy's, he's out of control. I mean, we got tons of them, right? Like, Braun Strowman's nuts, Bobby Lashley's nuts, McIntyre's strong as an ox. There's a bunch of them. But Big E, I think, tops them all just by pure numbers. Like, his numbers are off the charts.
I love Big E. I'll co-sign it. Seth, thank you very much, brother. Always a pleasure.